Well, welcome back to another video. We are out here in Philadelphia today to throw it down. We are here with our 2012 tour. Now it's the full 14 trucks. McQueen, Northern Nightmare, Medusa, George Balhan, Mohawk Warrior, Marc, McDonald, Toro, Loco, Lupe, Soza, Grinder. We have Dan, Evans, Team Hotwheels, Firestorm, Charlie, Pauken, Monster Mutt, Lindsey, Weenk, Lucas, Oil, Crusader, Todd, LeDuc, Metal, Mulisha, Damon, Bradshaw, Monster Energy, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, Legend, Neil Elliot, Maximum Destruction, and then finally Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger celebrating the 30th anniversary. This track is loaded with crush cars and even a backflip ramp. So this ramp is big. It's a big track as well. So we'll just have to see what these drivers can do tonight to throw it down. And this time the point season officially begins. So all the points they get in freestyle tonight will be counted towards their overall score. Let's get right into the event. Well, coming up first and kicking off the event, when I list the trucks at the beginning, that's the order they will be running in. So up first we have McQueen in the Northern Nightmare. There we go, you see him coming out on the track. Now this season is post World Finals. It's post-season tour, and as you can see, McQueen won freestyle at the World Finals this year in 2012. So now that it's post-season, I'm sure he's bringing in that energy from the World Finals era, and he's going to be freestyling that crazy out here tonight in Philadelphia. So far, he's off to a good start. Crossing it up that ramp. It's a little bit sideways, but holds it together. Keeping it going nice and steady for McQueen. Now I'm going to throw it into some donuts. Oh no! Watch out! Getting it sideways! And that is not what McQueen was looking for. His first event of the year, that is not how he wanted to end it. Only got 3 or 4 hits in there. Only filled about, I don't know, it would be like a minute of the run. No bonus score. So we're going to be reviewing the scores in just a second, and we'll see what we got for McQueen Northern Nightmare. But that's not how we wanted to start off the season. And getting his score as low as I assume he's about to, that's really going to affect you overall later on, because each event, drivers can get up to 45 points. So you want to get as much as you can, and McQueen unfortunately could not get that done tonight. While reviewing the scores, we'll drop the high of a 6, drop the low of a 4. It leaves him with 2 4s and 2 5s, only enough for 18 points for McQueen in the Northern Nightmare. That's not how we wanted to start off the season, and I know that there's going to be drivers out here getting more than 30 points, so McQueen's just really going to be behind the next little bit of this competition. Well, coming into the second run, we have Medusa. Did alright at the last event, but nothing too crazy. Last event was not for points, so for the drivers who were in it, it was just a bit of a warm-up. Great air will kick off the run for Medusa, though. Now I'm going to get turned back around looking for the second jump. Getting some great air, yeah, to kick off the run here. Definitely. Over the van stack, I don't believe that was hit quite yet, but now we have seen it. We didn't see a lot of things to hit because McQueen went over basically instantly. There we go, gets into a bit of a wheelie. Whoa! Slaps it on the rear a bit, but gets it going too. Not sure why the rear steer is turning upon landings. Like, I'm not sure if that's intentional or just happening. But it's definitely causing some crazy flips for the truck. It's not really a good thing. Maybe we just try and avoid it. Gonna get turned back around. Now throwing it into some good donuts. There we go. Now we're gonna get turned back around. Get some more good air. Over the vans again. We're gonna turn back around. Full speed to the bus ramp and launches it. Great move from Medusa. I'm gonna turn back around. Going to the big pod thingy. It's pretty good, kind of ragged edge, but we don't usually see that from Medusa. I think it's whatever's going on with the steering. Doesn't seem broken because the rear steer is working fine with driving, but upon landings it kind of does what it wants. Yeah, see, there we go again. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it's not stopping Medusa. It's still creating a great run. Wow, crazy wheelie. Carries the wheelie onto the ramp. What a combo. That'll surely help the score for Medusa. Just about in bonus time. Well, farther than bonus time. Bonus time is closer to ending, if anything. I'm seeing a lot of potential bonus points for Medusa, but I'm not sure how regulation will turn out. We'll have to check and see. Regulation had good air, but no too crazy moves. And then when bonus kicked in, we saw those crazy wheelies and stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be moved over to the scores, and we're going to find out exactly what Medusa received for this first run of the tour. Well, the scores have come in. We'll drop the high of a 6 and the low of a 5. Leaves 3 5s and a 6, which is not bad. That's a score of 21, but it's not too crazy either. I'm surprised the score was that low for what happened. Or sorry, 21 in regulation. There was good air. I would expect that to be a bit higher, but bonus would have 3 points, which is 24, which would be a bit better for Medusa. So 24 points, we'll have to see how that carries out tonight. Well, coming into the third run, we have George Balhan and the Mohawk Warrior. He's going to throw it down. He had one of the best runs last night, so we're going to see if that can carry into tonight, or if it will end up being a run kind of like what we saw from McQueen, where it has good moments, but all in all does not end with the best. Wow, okay, crazy side slap there, but gets an interesting move out of it. That's the kind of stuff you're going to want to do, like a wheelie like that, if you want to get a good score in these events. Of course, there are saves, but much harder to do than just some wheelies that are much easier and are pretty much guaranteed to give you some decent score, at least. Now he's going to turn back around, taking it to the car jammer. There we go. Up onto the ramp, sets it back down. Exactly what we're going to need to see from the Mohawk Warrior. Throwing it into some donuts. Line perfectly up for the next car jammer hit. Gets it, wheelies a bit. Wow, big air right there. Ooh, the base kind of slams into those cars, but all in all, holding the truck together somehow. I don't know how a tie rod of 4-link hasn't broken by now, but they haven't, so wow. Not even air there, just basically climbed onto the ramp, which is very intense throttle put into it. Here he goes, lining up for some more big air. There you go. And wheelies it, watch out. Oh man. Crazy move for the Mohawk Warrior coming out here right now. Now you're gonna turn back around. More great air. Side slaps it again, but holding the truck together. Nice little wheelie right there. Now he's gonna turn back around. Oh, heads out for the outside jump. I thought he was going towards the inside. Whoa, he's way sideways. The more sideways you get, the more likely you are to get a high score. But the more sideways you get, the more likely you are to flip over. So it's kind of like, do you want to be sideways? Do you not want to be sideways? Like, it's very 50-50. And it looks like that's going to be doing it for George Balhan and the Mohawk Warrior. I would say his regulation should get a solid score. Bonus, maybe not as much. But regulation was definitely pretty decent. Winning, I would not say, but decent, I would say. It was pretty good, just not winning good. So let's review our scores for the Mohawk Warrior. Well, the scores for Mohawk Warrior would come in pretty well. Drop the high of 7, the low of 5. It's 2 5s and 2 6s, which is equal to 22. He got 2 in bonus. That means he has enough for 24 points, tied for the lead with Medusa. Might be a bit low in regulation, but Still a pretty solid score for George Balhan, and could still let him get a solid ground in the overall. Well, your fourth run tonight is Marc McDonald, El Toro Loco. We saw him get a flat tire last night in Alabama, but he's got a new tire, of course, because it's a new event, and he's ready to throw it down, starting off with the smoke right off the bat. Of course, staple to El Toro Loco. Jumps onto that small pod-looking thing. Now going around to this jammer. Sky wheelies it, put some smoke out. That's pretty good actually for El Toro Loco. It's kind of combo moves you're gonna want to see. Takes it up the bus jump, sets it back down pretty smoothly for Marc McDonald. Now we need to turn back around. Good thing those parking spots are empty, because we've had a bunch of trucks just plummet into them earlier. There we go. Launches it some more. Gets onto the front end of it and keeps it going pretty smooth so far. Obviously we've seen some kind of crazy wheelies, but like it hasn't gotten too out of hand. Has needed some crazy save maneuver, and pretty good for Marc McDonald. Of course though, when you drive too smooth, that's how your scores start to fall. It's not always about filling in complete time, but you don't want to get some bonus in there. There, that's what he's looking for. Really straight into the jump. Now he's going to get it turned back around to this jammer. And another wheelie. Takes it to the pod and a big sky wheelie and sets it down. Great combo from Marc McDonald. Now he's going to get some donuts, blowing some more smoke out of the nose. And that's not going to be the end, but he is just about kicking off bonus time. If you can get a good bonus score, and I could see a new leader here from Marc McDonald. Now he's going to get it turned back around. There we go. Gets a bit of cross-threading, but not too crazy overall. And bonus time is just about up, so Marc McDonald's going to probably get an alright score for bonus time, but not the craziest thing we've ever seen. There we go, some donuts. Looks like are going to end off the run for Marc McDonald and El Toro Loco. All in all, a pretty good run, good air, got some good wheelies. Smoke obviously adds a bit, and he had a couple good donuts in there. So all in all, a pretty solid run for Marc McDonald. The only thing I would say is that bonus time could have been a bit better, but still pretty good for Marc McDonald and the El Toro Loco. Now, it's time that we review his scores to see if we have a new leader or if he's going to be towards the bottom of the pack tonight. While reviewing the scores from the judges, we dropped the high of a 7 in regulation, the low of a 6. That leaves 3 6s and a 7, which is pretty good, 25, and he would get 2 bonus points. So that leaves 27 overall points for Marc McDonald and the El Toro Loco monster truck, which is a completely great score. Definitely, with it being the new leader, we'll give him some solid stance in the overall as we get into the future events. Of course, this is only a 4 event tour, so we'll have to see how he does. With this being only 4 events, these drivers have to do all they can do. We have Lupe, Soza, and Grinder. I know that he is up to the test here. There we go, some decent air will kick off the run. Takes it up onto the pod. Now we're going to get it turned back around. This is the official Advanced Auto Parts truck. This Monster Jam's main sponsor. There we go. More great air for Lupe, Soza, and Grinder. That's the kind of air he's going to need to give if he wants to get the win tonight. There we go. Ooh, very sideways. Of course, as we've talked about, that will benefit your score. Not really sure it will benefit your truck or yourself for that matter, though. Take it to the pod. Some more good air. Lands on top of the pod. Does not clear it quite. We can see someone clear the pod. That's how you know that they're going to go with a good score. Whoa. How do you get a quick turnaround then? Riding a horse. Takes it over the bus jump. Lands it and keeps it going. And over the smaller van stack. Lands it square. Of course, landing a square is exactly what you're going to want to do here. Oh, look out for the van stack once again. Now he's going to jump it onto a main ramp. Look out for the jammer. over these van stacks now. Going back to the pod, there we go. Launches it and clears it. Definitely gonna benefit Lupe Soza tonight. Lupe Soza tonight, sorry. Huge wheelie, and that right there, that landing looks like it will kick off his bonus time. And since part of that move wasn't bonus time, but since it all happened as a regulation combo, it will all count towards the regulation score, which is going to be huge for Lupe Soza here. Another great wheelie. Just keep these. Whoa! There's a crate there. I don't know if you could tell, but yeah, you kind of want to look out for those, I would say. There we go. Clears the pod again. Another crazy wheelie straight into the car jammer. Well, I know his bonus score is going to be pretty big. Looks like he's going up for one last hit, and that is going to do it for Lupe Soza, an advanced auto parts grinder. We're going to be reviewing the scores and recap in just a second to see how he does. I think the end of regulation and bonus time are really going to give him a good score tonight, though. Bonus time had some pretty solid wheelies, and his end of regulation wheelie move was pretty crazy. So let's go and review the scores for Lupe Soza and Grinder. Well, a great run for Lupe Soza and Grinder. For regulation, we dropped the high of 8, the low of 6, leaves 2 7s and 2 6s, and that would end up in 26. Bonus score of a 4, which is absolutely huge. As you can see, this jump on screen right now was from bonus time, so I'm sure that's what influenced that score. So a bonus score of 4, that gives him 30 points. A great kickoff to this season for Lupe Soza in the Advanced Auto Parts Grinder. Well, coming up next, behind the wheel of Team Hotwheels Firestorm, give it up for Dan Evans. Kicks it off right off the bat. There we go, wow. Kind of slamming this truck into stuff. Now we need to turn back around to the car jammer. Gray air, wheelies it a bit. Takes it up onto the main jump. Looks like he's starting to slow down. Puts it in reverse. There is his reverse move. It's his freestyle tradition, and he gets it in here tonight. Great move for Dan Evans in the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. And now he's just going to have to throw it down some more. There we go. Huge slap wheelie. Now he's going to turn back around. Looking for the next hit. Takes it up onto this jump. Walks it on the wheelie. Sets it back down. Oh, look out. Whoa. He's going to bump into the backflip ramp, and it causes him to flip over early. Not quite what he was looking for. We'll end up reviewing the scores for Dan Evans and Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. I'm sure they'll still be good, but the early end of the run and the no bonus points, I think, are what's going to bring him down in the overall points series tonight and for the rest of the season. That should end sometime next week. Well, Dan Evans, Team Hot Wheels Firestorm, not getting the end to the night he was looking for. Still a pretty good run. So these scores have come in. We'll drop the high of a 6, the low of a 4. It leaves him a 4, a 5, and 2 6s. That's a total of 9 plus 12, which is 21. No bonus score for Dan Evans. So 21 would be the ending score for the first event for Dan Evans, which will put him behind a little bit in the overall competition. But we'll have to see how he does in the future. Coming up next, veteran and world freestyle champion Charlie Pauken and the Monster Mutt. Starts it off on that car jammer, gets a great slap wheelie. This truck is known for his slap wheelies, and that is sure nothing short of a good example. There we go, another great wheelie. Wow, wheelies it into the ramp. That's exactly what Charlie Pauken is going to want to do tonight. Takes it over the main jump with some huge air. into another wheelie, into that car jump and save it. What a move for Charlie Pauken, a great combo. Now he's gonna get turned back around. Here he goes, full speed up onto the pod, lands it, keeps it going to the car jammer, gets some more good air. Now gonna turn back around for maybe some good air, or maybe another wheelie. We'll have to see what he does. There we go, some more air over the main jump. Huge slap wheelie. Oh, watch out, Charlie Pauken Monster Mutt. Save this. Oh. He goes over and ends up on the lid. I mean, even despite the fact he won't be getting a bonus score, and the fact that he ended early, that was still a solid run, and I expect some good scores from that, if I'm being honest. We'll be taking a look at the highlight reel and the scoreboards for Charlie Pauken in just a second. I think it was a pretty good run. I think it's really the fact that he's not going to get a bonus score that will bring his score down a little bit, but I still think he'll get a pretty solid score from what he did end up doing tonight behind the wheel of that Monster Jam truck. Well, a major upset for Charlie Pauken Monster Mutt to end off the run like that. However, it was nothing short of an incredible freestyle, great air and great wheelies. The scores for Charlie Pauken would drop the high of 8 and the low of 6. That leaves him with a 6 and 3 7s, 27 points for Charlie Pauken and Monster Mutt, and no bonus score would be given. So all in all, that is a great score for Charlie Pauken and the Monster Mutt, especially for how short his run was really cut, because he didn't even get to bonus time, and probably even then shaved off about 20 seconds of regulation, but he still did the best he could and still got in a great run with a great score. So Charlie Pauken's already getting a pretty good position in this competition. Coming up next in freestyle, it is the legend Lindsey Weenk and the Lucas Oil Crusader, and he's gonna, wow, announcing his presence right there, absolutely launching it to kick off the run. Now, with Lindsey Weenk, we are now in the second half of the competition, and I think we could see how much bigger this air is compared to what we saw most of the first half. Lindsey Weenk really brought us into the second half like crazy. Like, he made us know that we're into the crazy drivers now. This air so far is absolutely wild. Throwing it into some quick donuts on the way. No, you're on a road trip, you just gotta pick up some quick dunking real quick. There we go, slapping it into a slap wheelie, wheelies into the ramp, and sets it back down. We're gonna turn back around to the vans. Get some more good air, sets it back down. Air to the pod, more huge air. Gonna get it turned back around now. Launches it again near the main ramp. Lands perfectly. Pretty crazy rebound. Now he's gonna get some air on the yellow. Watch out! Getting way sideways on the sidewall. Say, shut this down! Shut it down! Oh my goodness! And Lindsey Weenk with the save. That almost went horribly wrong. Lindsey Weenk gets way out of bounds in the Lucas Oil Crusader. I don't even think I think he managed to not even touch the wall. Well, he didn't really get any bonus score, but the regulation's gonna be huge with a save that crazy. I mean, it was a wild save and like in the out of bounds zone and everything. Well, Lindsey Weenk will now exit the track, and we're gonna have to see how that will reflect in the scores, because that was absolutely wild. Well, a great night for Lindsey Weenk. I don't know how getting out of bounds will affect the scores. Let's see, we'll drop the high of a 9, believe it or not, and the low of a 7. That leaves 2 7s and 2 8s, a score of 30 and no bonus score, which means that Lindsey Weenk and Lucas Oil Crusader is, I believe, tied with Lupe Soza and the Grinder. It depends if Lupe Soza got 30 or 33, but I believe he should be tied for lead now, which is a great place for Lindsey Weenk to be. So Lindsey Weenk going home with a 30, and going home with a 30 without a bonus score is a crazy feat to do, but Lindsey Weenk did it with that wild save tonight. Well, coming up next, another crazy air driver. This is Todd, LeDuc, Mulisha. No, slow down, slow down. What? Well, look at this huge air, and he lands it. He doesn't even flip over from that. That is the craziest jump I have ever seen. That has to be bigger than what we saw from Charlie Pauken in 2007, bigger than Adam Anderson in 2009 at the World Finals. What is happening right now? Now he's gonna get way sideways. I don't even know what's happening. Going to the car jammer, he doesn't go for it for a wheelie though. He goes for it so he can launch it again. This is going wild right now. Todd, LeDuc, Mulisha is going absolutely crazy. Launches it again. Now there's the car jammer there, but he's not gonna stop him. It's just in his way, but he can get it out of the way. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Walks it on the wheelie. This run has got to have a good score by the end of this. There we go, some more huge air. Oh, look out! Gets it on the save! Okay, this is already becoming one of the craziest runs I've ever seen. Todd, LeDuc getting pretty close to bonus time now. Oh no! I jinxed it. He's not gonna get super close to bonus time. But he flips over just before it. But come on, that was the greatest thing I have ever seen here in Monster Jam. That was absolutely wild. He gets the truck fired back up, and he's gonna drive out of there. I mean, I'm not sure if he'll get the lead because he didn't get bonus in, though. That's the thing I'm nervous about. But the scores are about to be revealed for Todd, LeDuc, and the Metal Mulisha monster truck. Well, the scores for Todd, LeDuc, and Metal Mulisha are in. We will drop the high score of a 9 and the low score of a 7. That leaves 3 8s and a 9 for Todd, LeDuc, and Metal Mulisha. And that means the finishing score for the Metal Mulisha is a 33. Now, that's without a bonus score. And having a score that high without a bonus score is crazy. Not to mention that it also makes Todd, LeDuc your new leader, which is very well deserved with a run like that. The air, the save, and that wild crash that finished off the run, all of that put together, I think that is a perfectly fair score for Todd, LeDuc driving the Metal Mulisha monster truck. Well, coming up next, we're in the final 5 now. This is Damon Bradshaw, the Monster Energy. Gets it started right away with some big air over the bus jump. Now takes it to the car jammer for some more air. Now this is when the truck starts to get a bit louder than the rest of the field. There we go. Oh! Watch out! Gets it on one tire! What a save for Damon Bradshaw and the Monster Energy. I have never seen something like that before. How did he save that? That tire was definitely locked up. Right when I thought Todd, LeDuc had this locked in, I think Damon Bradshaw just came out here and started destroying it now. If he can get a bonus score, oh, this score is going to be so big if he does that. I don't even know. I mean, we still have Andersons after this. How are they going to beat what we've seen from Todd, LeDuc, Lindsey, Weenk, and Damon Bradshaw? And all 3 of them had something absolutely insane, I guess you could say. And we still have Neil, Elliot, and all the Andersons to come out. I don't know how they're going to deal with this stuff. This is just absolutely wild. Damon Bradshaw just got the best save I have ever seen. I mean, that's got to be better than the saves that Dennis Anderson did. last night in Alabama. That was just crazy. Now I'm gonna turn back around. Get some more good air for Damon Bradshaw. Lands on the back and breaks it a bit. What's starting to interest me here is, are we gonna see anyone actually approach the backflip ramp? Because so far, we haven't seen a single driver go for it. Takes it up onto the pod. I'm gonna turn back around. There we go, huge sky wheelie, walk it! Wow! Damon Bradshaw, I don't even know what's happening in this run anymore. This run is just purely crazy. I mean, he's into bonus time now. If he gets a backflip in bonus time, he's just won. Oh, and he's gonna go over in the Monster Energy monster truck. He did make it to bonus time though, just barely. Absolutely crazy for Damon Bradshaw. What's even crazier is the deja vu I just got making this video. That save, and I don't even know, that save was the greatest thing I have ever seen. And that is gonna wrap up the night for Damon Bradshaw. The rest of the field is just diggers and destruction. That's all we're seeing the rest of the night. So we're gonna review Damon Bradshaw's run and the scores. And we'll just have to see what he gets for that, because that was the craziest thing I have ever seen in BeamNG Drive. Well, this is the longest recap of the season so far, because that entire run was just absolutely insane. There are so many highlights. Now, his bonus score would only be a 2, but if we look at regulation, we drop the high of a 9, drop the low of a 7. That leaves him with 2 9s and 2 8s. That leaves him with a total of 34, and adding the bonus score, that means that Damon Bradshaw's ending freestyle score is 36. Now 36 is enough to take the lead from Todd, LeDuc, and Nettle Mulisha. All the runs that we've seen tonight so far have been crazy in some kind of way. Even McQueen's run, the ending donut save attempt was crazy. But now it's time for diggers and destruction. So we're just gonna have to see how that unfolds. And what a run for Damon Bradshaw. That's all I gotta say. Well, kicking off the diggers and destruction field, it is Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. This is brand new truck. It was first seen in his debut in the Encore at World Finals last year, and now he drives it. This is one of the first stadium events that this truck is being featured in, and he's gonna throw it down in this truck, already getting huge air, and getting that ragged edge Anderson driving that we're so used to seeing. We're just seeing air after air, and there's so much fluency from jump to jump for Ryan Anderson. There we go, gets it way sideways, but keeps it together. Now jumps over that little mini step-up ramp. And then turn back around, going to the bus jump, launches it, look out, there's a pod there. Wow. Now he's gonna get it turned back around. Gonna go to this van stack, launches it again. Just nice air right there. It's just we're back around now. It's just a donut for Ryan Anderson. Gonna turn it around again. Over that van stack. Here he goes. Nice air up this pod. Sets it back down. All in all, just purely wild right now for Ryan Anderson. Some more air over that van stack. Just wheeling and smashing the truck into absolutely everything right now. Launches it right there. There he goes, taking it onto the pod, getting a little bit crazy. Now I'm gonna turn it back around. There we go, launches it on that jammer, brings it to a big wheelie. Whoa! Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. What a move! And he gets a crazy save out of it as well. Slapping the rear of the truck into everything in sight. This is just going absolutely wild right now. It's just about into bonus time. What is he gonna do to bonus time here to make this run even better? What can he do? This run is already absolutely crazy. Launches it again. I mean, it's definitely not as crazy as Damon Bradshaw's run, but it's absolutely wild at the moment. Now you're gonna get it turned back around. Some more air onto this mini pod now. Goes back on not mini pod, but giant pod. Time is just about expired for Ryan Anderson, and he's gonna go back in for one more save. They're gonna shut that down. Looks like he might have broken something in the front left, which usually no. Then the shutdown brake is might have been a 4-link or done something to the suspension, but I mean it's a great end to the run. He's gonna go home with a great bonus score and regulation score, so might end up seeing a new leader. We'll have to see how things play out. Let's take a look at the scores for Ryan Anderson. Well, we review the scores for Ryan Anderson. We'll be dropping the high of a 9, dropping the low of a 7. That leaves him with a 7, 2 8s, and a 9. Now that's basically just 4 8s, which is 32, and he'll receive a bonus score of a 4, which is 36, which means just when we thought Damon Bradshaw got the win, Ryan Anderson ties for the lead. I don't know how he manages to just throw it down like crazy in his first year driving like that, but he does it. I mean, technically the Encore would be his first year driving, but this is his first season driving, and he's already throwing it down like crazy. That concludes it for Ryan Anderson, who is currently tied for the lead with Damon Bradshaw, but it's time for your final 3 drivers of the night. Coming up next, Ryan Anderson's brother Adam Anderson driving Gravedigger, a legend, and really is a legend here. Here he goes looking for the first hit of this run, and if it could be a good hit, then I could surely see him getting the win here tonight. Big air on that pod will kick off the run. That's about a 26-second intro, kind of overboard. Oh my goodness! Lands it really hard and more smashes into the van than crushes it, if anything. There we go, he's gonna launch it again for some more air. Gonna get it turned back around now. Some more air. Lots of air so far, and crazy landings. Oh, there we go. He's got a flat tire. Crazier things happen when you're crushed in a crazier condition, I will say that. There we go. Comboing it up some more. Going to the bus jump, launches it, and lands it. And it turn back around. There we go. I'm gonna turn back around again. Slaps it now. And that is pretty. It's when you start smashing it into ramps and you start flipping over. Looks like that's what Adam Anderson's starting to do here. Oh! Crazy landing. Almost goes over in the turn. Some more good air. Oh, man. Well, that's not how we wanted to end the night. Smashes it on the car jammer and rips off both the shock towers, just like Blue Thunder did in the World Finals earlier this year. Remember, the year's 2012. So a crazy run for Adam Anderson, but that's really going to put him behind in the overall, given that he didn't really get a good run in there overall. He didn't get a long run. We'll see what the scores are. Well, it would be a pretty disappointing run and start to the season for Adam Anderson, Gravedigger the Legend. No bonus score, and in regulation we dropped the high of 7 and the low of 5. It leaves him with a 5, 2 6s, and a 7, which not a great way to end it off. That is a total of 24 points, and with the competition and how heavy the competition is in this tour, everyone else is going to need to do really bad. He's going to need to do really good in the next few events if he wants any chance of getting the win. It's unfortunate for Adam Anderson. Well, we're into the final two. Neil Elliot and Dennis Anderson, Maximum Destruction versus Gravedigger. So here goes Neil Elliot now. He went pretty crazy last night, but couldn't fetch the win because of an early crash. Let's hope that this does not happen again now. We still have not seen the backflip ramp touched, so it might not be touched a single time at this event, which if it's not, it makes sense. It's still a pretty new obstacle, and drivers might not want to be hitting an obstacle that dangerous. Great air so far for Maximum Destruction. Yeah, actually really good air. Whoa, watch out. Great saves too. So I'm gonna turn back around. Going to the bus jump, kind of 50-50 actually. Whoa, watch out! Front end! Save it for Neil Elliot! Well, that's exactly what he's gonna need to do tonight. Oh, jeez. We have two drivers tied for the lead at 36. I don't know if this can get a lead, if it'll tie again, or if it'll be too low, because we've already seen so much crazy stuff. Because of course, as it keeps happening more and more, it starts to get less and less exciting, but that save was just absolutely crazy for Neil Elliott. He's got to get a flip, or at least a flip attempt in here, especially in bonus time, and he'll be pretty solid. I mean, pretty much guaranteed at that point. Oh, that's not very helpful if he does want to get a flip in there, because, ladies and gentlemen, he's just broken the tie rod in the front end. Could still try for one, but not sure it'd be quite a good idea. I'm gonna get it turned back around. Launches on the car jammer. Now the tire rod's not broken, it's just gone. You saw it snap off right there. They are gonna let it continue though. I mean, it is Maximum Destruction here. We gotta have some crazy saves and breakages, or destruction, in the run. We already got the crazy save locked in. Now he's starting to just break the truck more than it already is broken. Somehow he still has some good control. But the odds of a backflip are not looking too hopeful tonight, but that's fine because we have 3 more events to go, including a World Finals event with a multi-truck freestyle encore. So I'm gonna get into some staple Maximum Destruction cyclones. So that a Maximum Destruction run without some cyclones, or cyclones attempts at least. And that's gonna do it for Neil Elliott. Maximum Destruction, regulation and bonus time were both pretty good. Bonus time could have been better though. We have seen better tonight. So I think bonus time will be a little bit low. You could see suspension issues actually in the back left. So it's a good thing he didn't go for that backflip, because that might not have ended well for him. And then we would need a substitute driver, and then everything's kind of thrown off for the tour. But fortunately, the run ends before he tries to do some moves on a broken shock tower, because that's the worst thing you can do when you're driving monster trucks. Well, a great run for Neil Elliott in Maximum Destruction. His bonus score would only be a 3, but for regulation we dropped the high of 9 and the low of 8, leaving 3 8s and a 9. That is equal to 33, plus the 3 in bonus is 36. We have a 3-way tie for 36 points. I don't even know how that's managing to happen. But just again and again, we're seeing 36 points. I guess that's kind of like a really, really common, but also really, really high score that we keep seeing tonight, just on repeat. But a great run for Neil Elliott, great saves and great moves, and he is now tied for the lead, so that's a great place to be in. Well, there's one last driver left. It's the icon, Dennis Anderson, driving Gravedigger 30th anniversary. This is the green body. It looks absolutely great. Big rim on the side. And Dennis Anderson's ready to throw it down. He won freestyle last night, and I bet he's ready to do it again. Then he's gonna come back around. Some more air. And now he's gonna get it. He's gotta get some crazy saves and crashes in there if he wants to have any chance at a win. But I know that's exactly what he's ready to do in this Gravedigger. And get some big air like that. Just the rebound from that jump basically bounced him over the other ramp. That was crazy. He's gonna get turned back around with some air over that pod. Huge slap wheelie. Gets it on the sidewalls a bit and saves it. And he's gonna get turned back around. And he's gonna get some air over that jump. Get a big slap wheelie. There we go. Now he's gonna put it in reverse. And he's gonna turn it back around and look for some more crazy hits to get in this run. There we go. Huge air. Bounces off the pod and is just starting to smash the truck and everything now. So far though, I'm thinking the regulation will be high, but not high enough for the lead, that's for sure. Maybe in the 7s, like, the scores will be in the 7s, but... Oh, there we go! He is gonna get it back and goes head over heels, and he keeps it together. He's now entering bonus time for Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. And he's just locked in a great regulation score, that's for sure. Oh, he's gonna do it again! Oh, and he's gonna land it back on all fours once again in bonus time. I don't know what's even happening right now for Dennis Anderson. Takes it over the pod, nosedives it. Keep it out of the out of bounds zone. You don't want to get shut off. Time has now expired for Dennis Anderson. Anything else he does is purely for the enjoyment of you fans. And already going into another crazy save now. Now he's gonna launch it again. Get some more crazy moves. Oh, he's gonna rip off the rear right tire. The scores are already in. He's just destroying the truck, even not counting for points. He's just doing it to do it. Now I'm gonna go over the jammer. He's gonna take it over this ramp. Sets it back down. You can hear the engine is clearly starting to die in that Gravedigger truck. Takes it over the pod, lands it. I'm gonna get it turned back around. Some donuts. Kind of the only thing you can do when you have no control over what's going on. Oh my goodness! Takes it onto this ramp, going in for another save, and he is gonna go flying through the air. Can he get it back? No, he cannot, but a crazy run. We're gonna have to just review the scores right this instant. Well, that was by far the greatest run of this tour so far. We drop the high of 9, drop the low of 8. That leaves us with 2 8s and 2 9s. That score will result in a 34, and his bonus score, ladies and gentlemen, is a 5, which means Dennis Anderson, driving the Gravedigger 30th anniversary, will go home with a 39. That is one of the biggest scores that has ever been given in Monster Jam history, and it's given to Dennis Anderson right here tonight. And that means that Dennis Anderson is currently your leader with a 3-way tie for second between Damon Bradshaw, Ryan Anderson, and Neil Elliott. Ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up your first event of the season. I hope you enjoyed it, because I think I did. It was absolutely incredible, very wild, and there was just crashes and saves around every corner. But guess what? We're only starting. We still have 3 more crazy events to go, including a World Finals caliber event. So we'll just have to wait and see where this tour will go next. Soon we'll be headed out to Arlington, and then we will head out to East Rutherford before we end out the tour in the World Finals track, Sam Boyd Stadium. And I can't wait to see you there.